Do you want to increase brand awareness, attract new patients immediately and consistently, and become the go-to practice in your community? Then learn how to do ground marketing. That's what I'm going to be teaching you in this series. Let's dive in. Using local SEO to amplify your ground marketing efforts. Now, ground marketing creates a spark, but local SEO can carry the flame. And here's why they work best together. Ground marketing builds real-life trust and visibility, but local SEO makes sure that the trust translates online so you don't lose momentum. Now, I know we did an episode on social media and ground marketing, and in the near future, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that as well. Don't just depend on that one ground marketing event or something. Like, utilize that content and everything to light a huge fire online on social media. So we're doing that with local SEO, with Google. It's not about replacing one with the other. It's about making the effects of your ground efforts stick longer, spread wider, and convert better by backing them with local SEO. And every single agency or SEO company, if they listen and when they listen to this, will 100% agree. So please implement this into your marketing strategy. Why this matters. Ground marketing gets you attention. Local SEO turns that attention into online discovery, trust, and appointments. So when you visit schools, gyms, events, or senior centers, people may forget your name, but they'll remember your logo. They'll look you up hours or even minutes or days later, and they only find competitors in search if you're not optimized. So you're leaving money on the table if someone meets you in person but can't find you online instantly. I don't know about you, but this has happened to me in the past with some practices that I've physically worked at. This was a decade ago, but I would be ground marketing at an event and then they would look me up and they'll say, "Hey, I can't find you here on Google," or "I can't find you." And I'm like, "Oh, you can just go on our website." And they'll go on our website, but it let me know at that moment, hey, they were trying to look for us on Google and they couldn't find us. And they probably went to the first 2 pages and they just said, "I don't know where you're at." We were probably like on page number 8. So getting your SEO in line would be huge, humongous if you partnered it up with your ground marketing efforts. So local SEO is your digital handshake. It ensures that when someone meets you in person or hears about you from a neighbor, they can easily find, trust, and choose you online without hesitation or confusion. Local SEO means this. If someone types "kids dentist near me," best teeth cleaning in your city name, right? Emergency dental appointment open today. Or even if they just use your business name after meeting you at an event, local SEO decides whether you show up or your competitors do. So what actually drives local SEO? Well, local SEO is not just about your website, it's an ecosystem. And there's 5 interconnected signals that work together like gears in a high performance engine. I'm going to break it down for you, okay? So you can get it easily, and then we're going to jump into the strategies. So here are the 5 signals. Number 1, your GBP, which is your Google Business Profile. This is your online storefront. Think of it as your digital front door. It's what pops up first on Google when someone searches your name or service locally. Now, what matters most for your Google Business Profile is photos. So post real, recent images, especially from ground marketing events. This will boost credibility and activity. So don't just use those ground marketing pictures where you're set up at the booth or you're talking to people at events. Don't just use that for your social media. Use that for your Google Business Profile. Second thing is business categories. List all relevant services in your Google Business Profile. Pediatric dentist, cosmetic dentist, emergency dental service, things like that. And then location signals. Use neighborhood names in your GBP. Anytime you post in there, use neighborhood names. For example, serving families in Oak Hill since 2019, or serving families in Beverly Hills since whatever, right? And it sends strong geo-relevant signals to Google. So that's what you want to do. And update your GBP as often as possible, weekly, monthly. Google favors active businesses, just like social media platforms do. So try to be active. And the best way is if you're ground marketing out there, you're already creating content, you're having content, just share it. trickle it in, right? If you take 100 pictures at an event, just share a little bit every single week from that one event, and it can last you for a whole year. Now imagine you're doing multiple events. You're creating a lot of relevancy for Google and your GBP and your Google business profile. So remember, we're talking about the 5 interconnected signals. The first one is your Google business profile. Number 2 is location-based website content. This is your digital map pins. Your website should prove you're not just a dentist, but the local dentist. So some key pages to create is a dedicated service area page, right? It can be like smilesdental.com/teeth cleaning Burbank or /pediatric dentist Glendale, right? Those are city names. So you want to create a dedicated service area page and then local landing pages for events. This is huge. So after a school fair or a YMCA visit, or you create a recap page, right? After any major event, Amazon Corporation, everybody knows about that business here in our community. Create a recap page, even a few sentences, then dump it with a ton of photos, and that will be enough. Include local landmarks or schools nearby, specific neighborhood names in your headers, testimonials that mention locations. For example, if the testimonial says, I drive from Toluca Lake just to see Dr. Kim, mention that in these pages as well. It helps your SEO a ton. But definitely have a local landing page in your website dedicated just for all the events you go to. It will be easy for those other businesses to share your website, which is instant SEO juice. They will share your website because they're in it and they can just backlink it. And we're going to discuss that a little bit further in this episode. So make sure you do that. So number 2 is location-based website content. 3 would be online reviews. So your community word of mouth at scale. These aren't just vanity metrics. Google reads the words inside your reviews. So this is huge. What boosts SEO? Keywords like braces, kid-friendly, or the name of your neighborhood. And then mention event names. So met them at the farmer's market, super friendly dentist, right? 3rd is consistent flow. Aim for 3 to 5 new reviews, right? As much as possible, or just get a consistent flow. Hey, we get 5 reviews each week, 3 reviews each week, 5 reviews each month, but especially after ground marketing touch points. And I don't think a lot of people realize this, but ask the people that sign up and grabbed all the free goodies and everything like that, hey, could you drop us a review about this event and how we're doing on Google? They don't even have to be your patient. They can just say, yeah, they were incredible, loved them at the event, great people. Boom. That's it. Ask patients to include what location they're coming from and how they heard about you. Saw their booth at the Senior Health Expo in Santa Clarita, loved them, right? And then share a picture. And that's it. You're getting more reviews, but based on your ground marketing efforts. All right. That's number 3, online reviews. 4, citations. This is digital mentions that reinforce your existence. So these are business listings or mentions of your practice across the web, right? With consistent name, address, and phone number. So you're going to hear a lot of NAP from a lot of these agencies. And all that means is you just got to have the right proper name, address, and phone number that's consistent throughout all the websites. That means throughout Yelp, Health Grades, ZocDoc, all these other directories, even local directories, Chamber of Commerce, parent blogs, school websites, if you sponsored any of them, and then event sites, if you've been listed as a vendor or sponsor in any of those event sites. Just make sure in all those locations, it's a consistent name, address, and phone number, okay? Sometimes maybe you might have changed your name if you're doing a transition or an acquisition, right? But the number is still the same, the address still the same, but you'll be surprised. Sometimes it can be like Michael's Dentistry, Michael's Dental, Michael's Dentist, Michael the Dentist, and ZocDoc never changed it, Health Grades never changed it, and that messes up your SEO. So make sure it's all consistent. The more places Google sees your name and location consistently listed, the more it believes your authority in that area. That's why that's important. Number 4, citations. And 5, behavioral signals. This is the hidden metrics Google watches silently. Google pays attention to how people interact with your digital presence. And here are the metrics they track. How often people search your name directly. That's a sign of brand awareness from ground marketing. So make sure you continue to do that. That helps a lot. 2, how many people tap directions on your GBP, your Google Business Profile. 3, how often your Call Now button gets used. 4, how long someone stays on your website after clicking. These signals tell Google, hey, real people in this city are engaging with this practice. Let's rank them higher. Now, in the ground marketing course, I do have this whole checklist to make sure all this is being updated and you're aware of it and it's consistent. It's called the Local SEO Amplification Checklist. It's completely free just for the ground marketing course members. So if you're a member, bada bing, bada boom, I got it for you in the ground marketing course. It's under this unit. But if you're not, I'd love to see you in the course. You can go in the show notes below, click on the first link, and I'd love to see you in there. You can just download the Local SEO Amplification Checklist. Now, here's a warning for some practice owners. You can have the best reputation in real life, but if your digital presence doesn't reflect that, you're invisible online. Ground marketing feeds SEO. Every event, pop-up, or school visit is fuel, but only if you capture it, publish it, and connect it digitally. Okay? Here is how it looks. If you're watching this on YouTube or if you're in the ground marketing course, you can just, boom, download this flow chart, screenshot it. You can download it, but this is how it looks. Your ground marketing event that you're doing, school, fair, health fair, gym, or community pop-up, then boom, go to Google Business Profile, post event photos, update categories, share weekly posts. Then boom, number 3, website content, create service area and event specific pages using local keywords in your city. Then boom, 4, online reviews. Ask for reviews mentioning the event or location. Real quick on reviews. If you're doing an event at a specific yoga studio or fitness center or the school or daycare and the parents love it, tell them, hey, I'd love if you left us a review of how we did here and all this fun stuff we did for your kid or anything like that on our Yelp or on our Google business profile, right? They will leave a review, not even being your patients, but they'll leave a fantastic one. And do not be afraid that they will leave a negative review, okay? They will leave a positive one, especially if you give them a positive interaction. So do that. Number 4, online reviews. 5, citations. Boom. Ensure listings with consistent name, address, and phone number on all the website is consistent. And then behavioral signals. Track post-event searches, clicks, calls, direction requests. And then boom, 7, you'll have local SEO impact. All this higher online visibility, better trust, more new patient conversions. All this from one ground marketing event. This is how you want to do it. You want to follow this flow chart right here. Now, how to connect local SEO to ground marketing. We're going to be discussing the strategies now. Here's how to fuse the two into a powerful loop. 1, like we discussed, optimize your GBP to reflect ground activity. Your Google business profile is the most seen part of your online brand. It's what shows up first when someone you meet in person Googles you. So here's what to do. Go beyond just dentists and that's it, right? You want to add the services, add emergency dental service, orthodontist, teeth whitening services, anything you can think of. Use ChatGPT to help you with this. You can ask it, I'm this dentist in this location and I want to optimize my SEO and my Google business profile. Give me all the categories I can possibly put that will actually move the needle in SEO to max out categories. And then enter it and then it will give you categories. Then upload event photos just as much as possible, not just office pictures. Use real, unedited photos of you handing out freebies, speaking at school events, your booths. Use that. And then caption your photos strategically. For example, I can say Dr. Rivera handing out free whitening kits at Eastside Fitness Expo, Burbank, California. And then post weekly Google updates. Announce events before they happen. We'll be at Franklin Middle School's Health Fair Friday. Stop by for giveaways. And then have a recap for the events. Big thanks to the gym name, right? LA Fitness for having us. 42 families stopped by for our hygiene tips and giveaways. Do this. Don't have that mindset that you're posting too much on Google Business Profile. No, stop that. Post as much as you possibly can on there, especially with you doing ground marketing. After every ground marketing event, post a photo with a location tag and call to action. It triggers Google's local freshness algorithm, which boosts your visibility for searches in that zip code. So when you go online and post a picture of that fun day and say you were like, hey, we were at Lincoln School today, Google says, oh, wow, this dentist is active and helping people in this area. And that makes Google more likely to show your name first when someone nearby searches for a dentist. So posting the photo plus saying where you were equals more people in your area that find you. Okay. 2, turn your flyers or whatever you're giving out into digital GPS trackers. If you hand out 500 flyers, right, or like their new move-in packets, and you don't know if anyone scanned them or booked from them, you're not marketing, you're just guessing. So those flyers, you want them to talk back to you. What if each one told you where it was picked up, when it was used, and even helped you rank higher on Google? That's exactly what you can do with QR codes or UTM links. And UTM links are just specific links that are shortened or that are tailored to what you want them to say. Okay? So this is what you can do. Step 1, create a smart link, UTM link, right? Those are smart links for each event. And you can use Google's free URL builder to make a unique trackable link for every event. So it can say like your site, right? It can be thedentist.com/Invisalign. And that's it. It can have that and you can track it. And it tells your system this person came from the flyer that was handed out at this specific business or event. And the more people who click that link from a specific code, the more Google sees that you're relevant in that area. And so that's a quiet boost in your local SEO. It's driven by offline activity. And step 2, you can turn that link into a QR code. So if you have the ability to turn it into a QR code, which you can use any of these right here, QR.io or bit.ly or BEACONSTAC, Beacon Stack, you can turn it into a QR code. And now your smart link becomes scannable. There's no typing needed. Anyone with a phone can instantly land on your trackable page. And step 3, you can print the QR codes, right? Into flyers, posters, bags, raffle forms, anything, right? And you can even have something that says scan to claim your free whitening gift. And that's it. And step 4, you want to watch the data roll in, right? Check your Google Analytics or tracking platform. How many people have scanned this at a specific event? Which flyer design performed better? And which locations actually led to appointments? This leads you to not marketing in the dark, but now you're watching the ROI. So make sure you do that. It crushes SEO. It personalizes the online experience. It converts more patients because they feel seen, and it gives Google fresh local content. You have event-specific keywords, zip code relevance, and engagement signals, such as clicks, time on the page, and conversions. And here's a good analogy on how you can understand what these QR codes or these UTM links, these unique links that you can design, what it does. So a flyer without one of these links or QR code is like a balloon without a string. You let it go and hope it lands somewhere useful. But a flyer with a QR code or one of those links that you can easily create on Google, that balloon now has GPS and a microphone. It tells you where it went, what it said, and how many people acted on it. And the more people who act, the higher Google ranks you. All of this is free that you can do. Easy peasy, and you'll get more exact results. 3, you want to publish blog content tied to each ground marketing campaign. Local content is SEO rocket fuel. Google sees it as proof you're active in the community and gives you ranking preference. So after each event, this is what you want to do. Publish a short article, 250 to 500 words, and ChatGPT can help you with this. And it can be titled, "Here's what we heard at the Senior Health Fair Center," in your city name, or "Top 3 questions parents asked us at Lincoln Elementary School Wellness Week." Make it personal. Mention the names of the businesses you're going to at least 2 to 3 times. And then also, if you can, just link internally to your related service pages. So for example, if let's just say the top 3 questions, one of them was teeth grinding or something like that, just put teeth grinding, put a hyperlink in there, and then let that go right directly to one of your service pages where you talk about teeth grinding, right? And those are important. Now, here's a pro tip I love to do. At these events, interview someone. Make it brief. It can be a teacher, nurse, gym owner, and just quote them in your post. So if you have an events page, quote them, and it can say, "Coach Brian at Northside Gym told us half of his athletes grind their teeth at night and didn't even know it." So just interview someone, and that makes it incredible content for your website, but incredible for Google. So you can interview someone. It can be a minute long, 30 seconds long. Then just put a little summary of what the video is about, a little quote like that, and then boom, there goes your article. Have it on your website, give it to them as well, and it will do wonders. Google reads that as a unique location-anchored content, and it drives higher trust with readers, of course, as well. 4, request SEO boosting reviews immediately after in-person events. This is what we were talking about. Google scans the text of your reviews to match location and service-related searches. So here's what you want to do. Within 24 hours of any event, send a review request to attendees, especially if they booked an appointment. Keep it specific. Here's the script. Thanks for visiting us at, and then the gym and the event, right? If you had a great experience, would you mind leaving us a Google review? It helps other local families discover us. That's it. Encourage reviewers to mention the event or the neighborhood. So you want them to say, hey, saw their booth at Sherman Oaks Spring Fair. Super kind and helpful. That's it. Or, hey, got a free whitening kit at Anytime Fitness. Now I'm a patient. And that's it. You can use platforms, right, like Bird Eye, Podium, Swell, to automate these requests. And it triggers a review request based on event tags or list segments. It really helps. Now, in the ground marketing course, I do have scripts, all tried, true, proven, guaranteed, based off of this. It's called Request SEO Boosting Review Scripts in the ground marketing course, and they are specific. So if you want more reviews, especially from your ground marketing events and your ground marketing efforts, here's an incredible win that you can do is request for reviews. And like I said, in the ground marketing course, I do have this covered for you, the scripts. All you got to do is just copy and paste it, and that's it. And even they're location specific as well, depending on the events. So you can just copy and paste that, and that's it. That's all you got to do. I got you covered. And like I say, if you're not a member of the course, I would love to see you in there. We have a plethora of information. You can go in the show notes below, click on the first link in the show notes below. Just see what other practice owners are doing and saying about the course as well and how it's helping them not only attract new patients, but being seen as the go-to practice in their community. So I'd love to see you in there. And number 5, get local websites to link back to you. This is called backlinks. And this matters so much because when another trusted local website links to yours, Google sees it as a vote of confidence. It's like your community saying, hey, this business is legit, and Google rewards that with higher search rankings. And here's what to do. After every event, ask the organizer, hey, would you be open to adding our logo and a link to our website on your event page or thank you list? They will always say yes. And this one small link equals big SEO value. Offer to write a short blog or recap for their website. It can be like 3 things we taught at the event name to help families smile more. This helps them with free content, and it helps you because they're linking to your site. And you can swap helpful content with the local business. You write something for their blog, right? You can say like Dr. Patel's top 5 myths about braces, featured by the local gym. They write something for yours, right? Northside Fitness shares tips on jaw-friendly workouts, or like how to keep your teeth clean, or the best 5 protein shakes that keep your teeth clean, right? On our blog. And you both get new readers and you both get SEO wins. But regardless, write an article for them if you can, something super short, and then just say, hey, wrote something for you, and make sure you mention your website or your practice name and you link your website in the article as well. Don't make it salesy, but just make sure you link yourself back in there. And you can pitch your stories. So it doesn't end there, right? Pitch your story to local digital media. Here are some things you can do. Look for patch.com, patch.com. It's like local digital media. Local Facebook group admins that are school, neighborhood, and parenting, community bloggers, or PTA websites or city bulletins. This will help get your story out there, but also they will be linking back to you as well. And here's what you can say to them. Hey, person's name, I'm with, and then your practice name, and we recently did a fun pop-up at the event name. We shared free dental kits, or we shared free hygiene kits and tips with over 50 families. If you're ever looking for community stories or feel-good health pieces, we'd love to share a short recap or even some health tips for your readers. And boom, they'll say yeah, and then you send them the article. That's it. It works because they need content and you need exposure. Everybody wins, and the link from their article to your site is priceless for SEO. It does way more than what a lot of agencies are trying to do for you right now. So even a tiny mention, like a thanks to our sponsor and then your practice name on a school newsletter, or nonprofit site helps your SEO a whole lot, especially if that website ends in .org or .edu. Remember that, okay? And you can just track all this in your KPI tracker if you have a KPI tracker. It's in the ground marketing course. We have a KPI tracker to monitor local SEO and ground marketing fusion. Or if you want, you can just screenshot this right here and then you can just put it in your Excel sheet. Final point, ground marketing and local SEO aren't separate strategies. They're two ends of the same rope. Tug one and the other responds. But when you pull both in sync, you don't just get attention, you create momentum that pulls patients straight into your chair. All right, I hope you guys got the gist of this incredible information, and we go real deep into this in the ground marketing course. And if you want, like I mentioned, go in the show notes below, become a member of the ground marketing course. I'd love to see you in there, help you out, and you can see all the wonderful results that everyone's getting, but you will be getting immediately as well. So thank you so much for tuning in. On our next episode, we're going to be discussing ground marketing for specialists, orthodontics, and beyond. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next episode.